We own this block, keep it gangster, man. We own this block, this is Alma, man. We own this block, keep it gangster, man. We own this block.
There is also a breaking headline tonight involving
Yo, G Money, G Money, Money, yo, G Money, G Money, Money, yo, G Money, G Money, Money.
It's your boy Gangster F Gucci back into his house, baby, baby, baby. So as you can see, I'm gonna speak on this cat, Chad Cleveland. This individual is still incarcerated. I don't know exactly his depth as far as his case goes. I don't know like all the details. I don't know if he even has action at getting back out because of all the new case law and propositions and Senate bills and the youth offender thing. And I'm not really too familiar with his case is what I'm trying to say, right? But I do know that he got caught with a weapon that was used in, I guess, a murder or two, right? The murder had happened though, I think like 6 months, a year before. It was kind of, it wasn't stale, but it wasn't like it happened yesterday or the week before he got caught. You know what I'm saying? And there was nothing like that. You know what I mean? He got caught with his weapon like way later down the line. And from what I think someone had said that he had bought it from the alley or from somebody else, or I don't really know the details exactly where he got it from. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that at the time we were going to war with Horseshoe, and there was a lot of shit happening. I think homeboy already had got shot. You know, people were getting stabbed, and there's a lot of things happening with us in the shoe. And I think something occurred with him, you know what I'm saying, and another homie from San Carlos boys. And I think they were going to go back for their run backs or they were going to go pistol whip somebody. I don't even know exactly, you know, but what are you going to do when you go somewhere and you have a weapon? I mean, obviously something's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be good. I mean, for nobody, because if you get somebody and then you get caught, you're still going to jail. So everybody loses. I mean, so at the end of the day, like I said, I don't know this cat real tough. Like I met him about 4 or 5 times. And when I did meet him, you know, he was fucking with that meth shit with some of the youngster homies, and they were on one. So I don't like people like that around me. I only went to these houses because Hyenas were there, and you know, I rolled up to check out the scene and see what they're looking like, right? And these people were there, the little homies and whatnot, and they're doing their little thing. And like I said, I didn't like that shit. I don't like those kind of people around me. If they're on heroin, on PCP, on meth, on coke, people that drink and can handle their alcohol. Like I don't like none of those kind of people around me. I mean, there's a lot of them. There's people like that from the hood, but as long as they're not in my circle and know what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and who I'm doing it with, like it's whatever. Those are all the people in the bleachers and in the back seat and all that kind of shit, the extras. You know what I'm saying? So I really never cared about what they're really doing and all that kind of shit. And this, it became a fucking issue. You know what I'm saying? So this dude, Chad Cleveland, I don't know him. So uh don't I'm not speaking up for him or speaking for him or bringing up his case because he's my homie. He's from my barrio. That don't mean you're my homie though. I don't got no homeboys. You know what I'm saying? I got like maybe a friend or two. That's about it. And I don't need no homeboys. I'm cool with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because people that say they got mad love for you in the background, they're hating on you, backstabbing you, and hoping for the worst. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm just that's just the way I move around now. And I've moved around like this for a very long time. But nevertheless, like I said, this dude Chad Cleveland had an issue or incident that happened with Horseshoe and him and another homie from San Carlos, and I guess they had grabbed something and went over there, right? And I guess started chasing people around the park or around that neighborhood to the point where supposedly, like I said, this is not something that I seen myself. Somebody had said that someone from Horseshoe or someone that lived in Horseshoe basically called the cops and said that there was dudes from West Side Mob running around the park chasing people and they got guns. You know what I'm saying? So like the cops do what they're supposed to do. They go do their job and they go snatch these people up. And this guy ends up getting caught up. And when he gets caught up after the ballistics come back, the gun was used in a couple murders. So bam, they charged this cat with that shit. And now he's looking at this case and he can't, even if he wanted to snitch or tell, he can't because he has no idea, what happened or anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I spoke with him on the phone a couple of times, because I helped this guy with packages. I helped this guy with just extra money to do other stuff. I hooked this dude up with a hyena so that, what I'm saying, he could, have something to play with that visit. So he's not, just some kind of support system, what I'm saying? And the whole time that I'm not even knowing, this guy's in the background trying to get me deemed and, talking bad about me. But then, he's calling me real, nonchalant and asking me for favores and all that kind of stuff. And I'm doing it and I'm showing him love because I'm not aware of none of this stuff. you know, till later on down the line, I go to someone's canton and they start getting at me, and their homeboy gets on the phone and they start telling me all kinds of shit where I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I tripped out. But like I said, that doesn't even, that's not here or there. That doesn't even matter. I'm just trying to break down so that you understand that I'm not doing this for favoritism. I'm not doing this because I want to look out for this cat. I just feel bad that some of these dudes that weren't even really made like that, you know, ended up in this bad situation. I mean, the guy already, you know, uh, he don't have family support like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, all that kind of stuff, money. So he don't have people that own a house. You know what I'm saying? They could give him a good, you know, appeal attorney and try to get him some action to coming back home. But like I said, with all the new case law and propositions and Senate bills, and, you know, I guess somebody had mentioned something about the youthful offender bill or some shit, right? Where they're giving all these vatos action at coming back home. This guy, like I said, money, the incident that happened with the people that got whacked out with, I guess, with that thing was like 6 months before he even got caught with this thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even a year. Yeah, but it wasn't something that he got caught with it and 2 days before that someone had got killed with it. It was nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this individual has been down since 2001. 2001 for something he didn't do. And like I said, I had got at this cat when I was in Solano and they were trying to remove me. And he was in High Desert, so I gave him a call. You know what I'm saying? To see if we could, you know, if he could holler over here, what's going on? Like, what did I do wrong that, you know, I'm gonna be removed for what? Like, I ain't do anything. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people that just don't like my hood and they don't like my position in the hood. So, you know, that we always have some kind of a fallout. And I thought this guy was gonna look out for me, and instead, you know, he joined the whole little crew of people that were trying to get me, you know, removed. So yeah, you call them the wrong people. I call the wrong motherfucker, right? But it is what it is, money. You know what I'm saying? Nothing happened. I got at the people on the yard, and I got to stay there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is, right? But I still looked out for this dude even after I got back out, because I didn't know he was doing all this till, like I said, years later. But nevertheless, like I said, you know, I'm not going to be biased and not speak on a situation, because I've been, like I said, Hugo Chavez is in there. He was never a gang member, and he's in there. He got 106 years. Lionel Rubalcaba, you know, he got a gang of time. You know what I'm saying? And the fucked up thing about Lionel Rubalcaba is it's 17 years of your life gone. Yeah, they give you some money, but you can't buy your time back. It's fucking bullshit. And so you lost a lot of time. You know, he has a son that he was away from this whole fucking time. You know what I mean? You can't pay somebody for that. How you gonna get all that back? You know what I'm saying? And you know, the whole thing with Hugo Chavez and this dude Franco and that whole green light shit, Cuevas, all these dudes, they all end up going to prison, and then they all end up, you know, falling off or laying it down or shutting down, whatever. So all these people are going to prison for putting in mad work on, for whatever reasons, on the so-called enemy, and then you go in there and then you're targeted by your own people until you fall off. And that's just the way it is. But some of these dudes, it just depends. You know what I mean? Some of these dudes, like this individual right here, I don't think he wasn't in the hood like that. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like how loyal you would be to your neighborhood, because I don't think he even ever looked out for the hood. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, like I said, I hooked him up with the Heina. Like, I was trying to show this cat love, and not because I needed anything from him. It's because I felt bad that he's stuck in that motherfucker, and everybody in the hood knows that he didn't do it. Just like I know that Lionel didn't do it. These look at the reason why is because you know who's who, and you know what people are made of. You know who's the fucking, basically, you know who the killers are in your hood. You know who the savages are in your hood. You know who's gonna fucking, who will, if they have something, they're gonna get rid of somebody. You know what I'm saying? If they got the chance and they can get away with it, they're gonna do it. You know what I mean? And this wasn't one of those people. You know what I mean? This guy was, like I said, he was over hanging around with the homies that are all met out and all that kind of shit. And he didn't even look like the type that would do something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I knew it. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of weird that he had got caught up for this shit. But like I said, when you buying shit from the streets and you get it for cheap, you don't know what it was used for. And people are just trying to make an extra $100 after they already used it, or maybe they got it from somebody and then gave it to you. But like I said, he ended up going to the Horseshoe Park, chased some fools around, and then bam, got caught up. And the sick part about this individual, I could say that he wasn't made like that, but this motherfucker's been down for 22 years, and he's still on the main line. He's still in GP. And that says a lot about an individual, period. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, money, you know, I don't really know in depth about his case, and I can't really break anything down in detail as far as how the DA found him guilty and how they give him so much fucking time for something he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think anybody who gets caught with a gun that was using a murder, they're gonna snatch your ass up, and you're gonna get charged with it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't got a real attorney and you got these dump trucks that are just going to basically railroad you. And back then, like I said, the system, the Santa Clara County, the police, they had it out for West Side Mob big time. So anybody that was getting caught for anything, you're getting charged with that shit. Even if someone said it wasn't you and it was that guy over there, they don't care if it was that guy over there. Just like in the case with Franco and Hugo that I didn't mention before, is I guess there was another murder that had happened or something else that they basically trying to get these guys for in the first trial, but they couldn't use it in the second trial. In the first trial, somebody else was dropping dimes on one of those cases and said that West Side Mob had nothing to do with it. It was this neighborhood over here, and that guy was from that neighborhood that already had rolled it up and was telling on his own homeboys. But the DA said, "I don't care about that. Like, we don't care about that. It was West Side Mob. We don't care what you're saying." Type of shit. So the system is really like it's crooked. You know, we need better district attorneys in there that are actually gonna do their job, or we need someone who's gonna oversee this shit and make sure that this kind of crooked politics is not happening, where you're sending these people up to prison for their whole fucking practically their whole life. Because this guy already he's really, I think, like he's like 45 years old now. You know what I'm saying? So you're in there your whole fucking life inside that motherfucker for something you didn't do. And like I said, this guy can't tell nobody, because how you gonna tell somebody if you bought something from somebody and you don't know, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what happened. So even if you could, you can't. So he's just stuck there because he don't even know what happened. He don't even know who did what. You know what I'm saying? He don't know nothing. And I don't even think that the witnesses ever identified him. I know, like I said, for a fact that he was never at the scene of the crime, because the shit had happened. I think they said like 6 months to a year before he even got caught with that thing. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. But hopefully, with everything that's going on, this guy gets action to get back in the courtroom and get released for a crime he did not commit. You know what I mean? And like I said, I was just trying to bring this up because, like I said, I know that he was locked up since 2001 and there was no evidence. You know what I'm saying? There's no evidence. So, but like I said, if you get busted with a gun, you're a gang member, the people who got killed are from, the opposing gang down the street. And then, so it's not hard to convict. Oh, it was West Side Mob. The guys who killed this guy think we're West Side Mob. These guys have been going back and forth. This guy gets caught with a gun. He's running around Horseshoe trying to get opposition or whatever, right? And, so it makes it look a certain type of way. So when you're feeding this to the jury, you're going to get found guilty. You know what I'm saying? It's just simple as that. And that's what happened to this individual right here. Like I said, I'm not here to speak bad about him. I personally don't like him. I don't like the get down that he did with me, because I was doing nothing but showing him love and looking out for him, and all he did was backstab me. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm not hoping for the worst for this cat. Hopefully he gets into the courtroom and gets the fuck back out and gets to live a productive life and at least enjoy the rest of whatever he got left in his life to be a part of society and, find a good woman and maybe have a kid and just, live a productive life. That's all that I would ask, for anybody to try to do for themselves once they get back out, especially like I said, when all that life was wasted being incarcerated for something that you didn't do. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, it's hella gacho money. I wish I can break down more of his case. And like I said, I got in contact with some people, but a lot of these people have lost contact with him because it's been so long. So a lot of people ain't really talking to this dude. So I couldn't really get, some solid information nor his paperwork. And I also went into the files as far as Santa Clara County to try to look into his case. But because it's been so long, I couldn't find it. Basically, it wasn't available. You know what I mean? So if anybody does find out anything about this guy's case, and there's more evidence as far as him being innocent, and only reason why he was found guilty was because he was from West Side Mob and he had a gun that was used in the commission of a crime. And like I said, no one ever said that he was the assailant. I don't think he was ever identified, not by anybody that was there, or not. I don't think they can replace him at the scene of the crime. And I don't know if he had an alibi. Like I said, I don't know details. I just know that he didn't do it. And at that time, I know that there were certain people, they weren't made like that. And this guy was one of those people that just, like I said about Lionel Rubalcaba wasn't a stabber or a shooter. He was a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Hugo Chavez, he's not a gang member. You know what I'm saying? He was my business partner, not my partner in crime. So, like I said, it's big differences. But like I said, with all the new case law and everything, hopefully this individual gets a shot at, getting released and doing something with himself, and maybe putting this shit all behind him. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.
We own this block, keep it gangster, man. We own this block. This is Alma, man. We own this block. Keep it gangster, man. We own this block.
There is also a breaking headline tonight involving
Yo, G-Money! G-Money! Yo, G-Money! Yo, G-Money! Yo, G-Money! Yo, G-Money!